Hi guys, it's Kat coming to you from Mount Kit Carson, my parents' backyard, back deck, enjoying this gorgeous sunny day with the wind chimes and the trees dancing as the wind blows through. I am going to dive into a little bit of a deeper subject today. And once again, I'm coming to you from Upswing, my friend Tamara Fleming in Missoula, Montana's book. You can get it on Amazon. It's 80 Mindful Practices to Shift Your Life from Blues to Bliss. And I talk about in my other videos how important it is to read the preface or the introduction. And today I'm going to actually take a piece from the introduction. I have a lot of experience in dealing with a family that's gone through mental illness and had a state of being stuck in a dark place. And Tamara talks about this dark place in her book. And this description is actually given by a contributor, Madison Taylor of the Daily Om, and it describes the dark night of the soul well. So I'm going to read through this, so please bear with me, but listen to it and see if it identifies with maybe a place that you've been in and you've been stuck, and then reaching through and finding yourself. A dark night of the soul is a very specific experience that some people encounter on their spiritual journey. There are people who never encounter a dark night of the soul, but others must endure this as part of the process of breaking through the dawn of a higher consciousness. The dark night of the soul invites us to fully recognize the confines of our ego's identity. We may feel as if we are trapped in a prison that affords us no access to light or the outside. We are coming from a place of higher knowing, and we may have spent a lot of time and energy reaching towards the light of higher consciousness. This is why the dark night has such a quality of despair. We are suddenly shut off from what we thought we had realized, and the emotional pain is very real. We may even begin to feel that it was all an illusion and that we are lost forever in the darkness. The more we struggle, the darker things get, until finally we surrender to our not knowing what to do, how to think, where to turn. It is from this place of losing our sense of ourselves as in control that the ego begins to crack or soften, and the possibility of light starts entering and becomes real. Some of us will have to endure this process only once in our lives, while others may have to go through it many times. The great revelation of the dark night is the releasing of our old false identity. That's really important to remember. We finally give up believing in this false self and thus become capable of owning and embracing the light. A quote by Anne Lamott: "Faith includes noticing the mess, the emptiness and discomfort, and letting it be there until some light returns." This is important of realizing that no matter how positive we are, which I've grown up being a motivator from the time I was 9 years old, I was public speaking and being in front of people as a teacher. The reason I am who I am is because of some sexual trauma I went through in my childhood. A lot of persecution and living in a small community of someone they thought was this stellar person who was molesting children all along the way. I'm working on a book called Sex and a Beauty Queen: Victims Who Become Victors. And it's about giving yourself and contributing and making a decision of either living in misery or deciding that you're going to be a victor instead of a victim. And that is the road that I am so blessed to be on and have been my whole life, because my parents were so outgoing and encouraged me to be well, but also because it's God's path for me. My mission is very clear on this earth. It's to empower others to love and believe in their full potential. I had to have a breakthrough. Some women who've been through sexual trauma end up falling and becoming a very drug-infested, sexual, promiscuous, terrible life of abuse, being treated wrong, while others rise above. I encourage all of you women who have been through these traumas, which, as that has come out, lately, the Me Too, I've been a Me Too since I was 12 years old, talking about sexual trauma. But what's so important is that we feed ourselves every single day with things that lift our soul, lift our spirit, that make us feel brighter and remember how important and special we are. going through sexual trauma does not ever leave you. I have men come to me and talk to me about this topic, and they trust me because I have been through it. And being sexually assaulted as a man is not as common as a woman, but they don't feel like they have anyone to talk to. So I'm grateful for that experience, that when they go through that dark place, that they can see that I have a light for them, that illumination, and that I can talk to them about self-love and illumination and caring for themselves. So I just wanted you to know a little bit more about my story and what encourages and empowers me, why I became Mrs. Montana, and my national title, Miss Intercontinental. It wasn't about me. It was about having a title so I had a bigger voice to make a bigger difference in this world, to create something positive, to inspire others to be that victor instead of that victim, to live true and authentic to yourselves, to not judge anyone because you have no idea what anyone has walked through ever in their life. You have no idea what demons they might deal in darkness they go through every day. When that intuition comes to you to share a compliment with someone or do something kind and loving, please don't hesitate. We have so much love to give in our hearts. Please share with others and share your love. I'm sending you love and light. Have a great day, you guys. Blessings to you from Kat. Bye-bye.